Da, 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 da. Hey, good morning. Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Wes. I am Wes. This is Rich New Design. I have no idea what's going on, but I am here and we are going to make it happen. That's how the day is going to go. Let me have myself a sip of coffee so I deliver the goods with Coffee with Wes. Mmm. Maxwell House. Maxwell House. It's good to the last drop. It's great coffee. Everybody, I want to be sponsored by Maxwell House. Let them all know. Let everybody over at Maxwell House. If any of you know the CEO, say you're living next door to the CEO of Maxwell House, well, tell him you know me. Tell him about Coffee with Wes. Let's see if we can't make this happen. Oh, Brandy. Brandy, good morning, Brandy. Peace and love, Brandy. I hope you are having a good morning. And I see Tamika Davis had swung in. Peace and love, Tamika Davis. And Popcorn. Popcorn, I'm sure Popcorn's going to be coming back by because he's going to want to take advantage of hashtag awesome to drop his link. Great content creator. Great just, he's out there humping it. He's moving it, man. He's getting it done with that channel. Which is what I'm trying to do here, trying to get things going. It's morning. I slept last night. I know a lot of times people are used to seeing me show up, and I haven't slept. And but no, last night I went to bed before midnight. I got a full friggin' night's sleep. I got up. I think it was 6:45. Got up 6:45. Cut 8 different shorts. 7 for one channel, 1 for this one, and got those uploaded, scheduled, got myself going, got all the animals handled. It was a beautiful morning because I got some sleep and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about it and I'm loving it. Oh, for hit! Look at this. Oh, peace and love, my friend. Peace and love. Drop your link with hashtag awesome if Nightbot has started running. Hashtag awesome, AWESOME. That'll get Nightbot to drop your link. Mr. Smith, fantastic musician out there. I hope you are doing well, my friend. I have lurked at several of your shows. I don't comment because people that see me comment, one in particular, they're going to flame and just cause all sorts of problems. So I'm a lurker. I'm a lurker supporter. I click that like, support. I rarely share because that tells my trolls where to go cause a problem. So I can't share. Understand. I would love to share. Yes. Let's see if it does it. Hashtag awesome. Come on, Nightbot. And Nightbot has dropped the link. Anybody who's not connected to Mr. Smith, this is the link for Mr. Smith. Just a fantastic musician, a great person. I can't say enough good. I can't say enough good. Just like somebody else out here, I can't say enough good about. Everybody, welcome to the program. Will Dick from the Art of Floundering Podcast. Peace and love.
Good morning to you. Thank you for the invite, Mr. Smith. Peace and love. Brandon.
I apologize for the invite being so late.
Dude, I was getting ready to email you and go like, let's do something because I'm like, you know what I mean. So it was perfect.
I actually slept. I slept last night. I got to bed before midnight my time. I actually got to bed before midnight and didn't wake up till it was probably about 6:45. And I was like, oh, this is almost a full night's sleep. This is fantastic. So
good for you, man.
I'm feeling good. I got my shorts all cut, uploaded this morning, did all that before the show.
I've been watching those. I watched most of your shorts last night. They're really good.
From over on that which will not be named.
There was one with Azura that I really liked. It was really cool. They were all good, dude. I just wanted to say,
There's, the ones that get hate are the ones with the cartoon characters. When it's my friend and I, when we're hanging out there, then people kind of watch, and we have some high percentages of people that don't swipe away. But man, I had Karen do some Mother's Day stuff and all that, and put some of those out, and those got a lot of dislikes. Some of those are like in the 20%. like 80% people hated what I was putting out. So it was one of those.
Hey, shameless promotion, man. On the Art of Floundering, please, 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 I'm doing a series, and I release a new video every Tuesday. They're no longer than 11 minutes, and the latest one is on Alex Jones, and part 2's up there. Not a lot of people watched it. Please do, because when I get into diaper porn, you're going to go, how did we get here? Well, a lot of that is going to be in part 2. And I'd hate for you to get into a diaper porn scene and not know the backstory. Right? Right, Wes?
Because that's what's important. That's what's important is whenever diaper porn comes up, it's, well, how did we get here? I need to know the backstory. What brought
What's the
somebody
motivation
here?
here,
Now, that part 2, wasn't that Don't Call Me Tiny?
Don't
Is
call
that
me
the,
tiny.
Don't Call Me Tiny.
Yeah.
So everybody out there, if you want to, it's a compelling series that's being dropped out there at the Art of Floundering podcast.
I have
all
got-
about Alex Jones, and
This will be the
the
last
best
of
is
it.
yet to
but
come.
I've got some Satan animations, man. I got this great car that he's driving in. I've got him playing a banjo now, so he's going to kind of like campfire, Hey, it's time for campfire with Satan.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Enough about my shit.
Let's
Mr.
say hello
Smith,
to a couple
Yes.
more people. Mr. Smith was out there, and Brandy saying hello to you.
Hey,
She saw
Brandy.
you coming on in. Karen Holton
Peace and love,
TV.
Karen.
Peace and love, Karen. I hope you were having a great day. Big Mo out there. He's sweating it out in Arizona.
Oh, bro.
He is. Oh
Dude,
man.
global warming is everybody's imagination.
Well,
There's no
and here's
climate
the thing
change.
about Mo. And this is a choice. This is a choice, Mo. I'm just telling you. If I were in that hot of an environment, I ain't gonna have the Santa beard going. I'm just telling you. I've cut that friggin' beard. I have to get the hair off my neck just
That's
because
why I
it gets so
can't-
damn warm.
I've been, I want to grow a beard and grow my hair long, but with climate fuck, it's just, I shave once a week whether I need it or not, but that's about as long as I can go without a shave. You know what I mean? Before the heat and shit gets to me.
It starts to get too much. I hate shaving. I leave these areas here, but just this amount, I hate doing it, and it's just no fun. Alice in Winterland, good morning. Good morning.
Alberta. I'm
Now,
telling you, Canada, Wisconsin, prime real estate. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be like the only place you can not like burn to death.
They have had some call. I think who was it? Was it Susie? Was it Susie Tried? The people from the I Love Weed Live community. You'll know Susie. I believe she was saying there was frost warnings where she was at. She was going to have frost warnings last night. It is just, and today is the solstice. It doesn't happen
is.
until I believe at 4:50 this afternoon or something. The solstice being when we are the perpendicular. We're just right there. Here's the sun, and we are not tilted towards it or away from it. We are straight up and down along with it in our orbit because of the way our tilt is. So you have the same amount. Or no, that's the equinox. That's the fucking equinox. No, the solstice. The northern hemisphere is leaned straight at the sun. I got it wrong. I'm sorry. It's early. I did some weed before the show.
Yeah, because
So-
we could get confused. Because we can start getting into weather patterns. That gets confusing too.
What I originally described was the equinox. We have
Yeah.
two of those where it's even. No,
And
right now.
today's the longest day.
Today's it's the longest day in the northern hemisphere,
the
shortest
northern
in the southern.
Right.
We are the northern part of our planet is directly pointed at the sun. Our tilt is straight at it. As we go around, it won't be, and it's. You can all look it up. This chart's online, but it's the reason for the seasons. Axial tilt. The reason
My mom,
for the season.
she worked in Alaska like in the 90s. For about almost 20 years, from 98 around 2000 sometime. And she, they get the 24 hours of sunlight. And one of the things I didn't think about that's extra sunlight for plants. you'll have like fucking watermelons on steroids, like the size of a fucking Volkswagen and shit. You know, it's crazy. You know.
That's one of the few things my father growing up said that fascinated him about Alaska. He said he grew up and he knew that they just had these massive plants. They were able to grow these massive, the biggest of everything always grew in Alaska, and it's because of that sun cycle that you have just so much light going on.
Man, I wonder if we're gonna do biodomes. I was watching. You know, I like to get high and watch North Korea propaganda TV on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And here lately, I think they've been getting a lot of money from arm sales because, you know, he's been doing a lot of infrastructure upgrades, right? But they've got outside Pyongyang, you know, right around the hemp fields. They've got this giant greenhouse thing that they put. I mean, it's like huge. And it's a greenhouse that's growing different vegetables, and it was just interesting. And I'm wondering, you know, if we're kind of heading in that kind of direction where you see what they're doing and what they're talking about in Saudi is that enclosed. I wonder if we're moving towards that just because to keep our impact down and because of climate change. You know.
Well, and it's cheaper.
Yeah.
It actually is cheaper. There's one of my father's neighbors. I'm trying to. He is the president of this company that they are a farming company. They are a producer, and they were opening up these large indoor hydroponic facilities that they're regulating the light, they're regulating everything, they're growing up and out, so it doesn't have anywhere near the footprint. You don't have anywhere near the issues when it comes to pests and other things along those lines, and it's the direction that they're going. And picking, you don't have to have all of the labor. You automate these things, so all of that is,
that's
you
what
know,
they were doing. Yeah, it was crazy.
don't have to. Nobody can complain about immigrants when none of them are coming over to do any of that. But they were building this, and this was in Canada. The facility they were putting in, it was a first of its kind, and this was probably about 5 years ago they were doing that. I completely see. I actually think we're going to be heading back underground. You see all these tunnel systems. You see all these tunnel systems, and you know man went underground at some point in time. That Younger Dryas, the whenever, you know, it happened, you know
yeah.
Huge cities worth of people and stables and other areas where you could see they had animals underground. They had all that. So I think we're headed towards that. It really depends on AI. Again, I'm the guy that just says
AI. You know, AI will tell us a lot of things, but I think one of the things AI is going to tell us, the single family house and the suburban sprawl, like I've seen what it's done here. That. Yeah, it will because like here in Colorado Springs, it's absolutely ruined it, and you know, so instead just, you know, high rises and just, you know, multifamily. I think that's going to be the wave of the future. I mean,
well, we don't have the same need for agriculture. We don't have the same, because everything is corporate. We don't have the same. Right. You know, we had the urbanization during the last century, right at the beginning, where we had the cities and we built the interstates, and then the suburbs got built out from it and everything. But we're not having as many kids. You don't need all that land. If you're not having kids, if you're not growing stuff for the farm and all that, AI will put you in the pods. They're going to put you in the pods. You're going to have your sleep pod. You'll have your entertainment. AI will take care of that. They're going to make sure that none of you are bored. Mark's Gas Station. Peace and love. Everybody, hashtag awesome. Karen Holton just dropped her link.
Peace and love, man. Peace and love.
Yes, 840, peace and love. Karen dropped her link. You can use hashtag awesome to drop your link out there for Nightbot. No, it's been a good one. I'm feeling good about today. I'm feeling I dropped one short today, and I don't think the short has any. I don't think it'll set anybody off. I don't know. You know, every day is a new challenge. Every day is a new example of the depths that humanity will go. Every day is another. Another day that you shake your head and you think, oh, there's so many communications problems in this world. Politics. And I'm not wanting to talk politics. I want to talk social communications.
Yeah, it's just,
there was a time when we all knew and we all agreed, oh man, these political ads, they suck.
Yeah.
These political ads every day, oh, these suck. Yeah. Oh man, that's annoying as shit. They've got political ads up all the time. Well, you know what? How many fucking people are turning their timelines into fucking political ads? Is that really what you want to be? Do you really want to be I'm the political ad guy? Look at me. Look at me and my political ads. Nobody likes political ads. It's social media. Jesus fucking Christ. Unless you're really on the payroll of one of the parties. Come on. Post what are you eating? Post a picture of your food. That's hey, are you outside somewhere? Is there something neat? Is there a bug? Post a picture of a bug. Quit with your negative political ads. It's bringing everybody down.
I was, it's weird because before my accident in 2016, I liked following politics, but I wasn't political, but I liked, and I would like people on both sides of the aisle. But I like to find out what are they talking about, what legislation, and it was interesting to me. And I thought, well, maybe I would run for. I ruled it out because of my background, because heroin and all this shit. Running for Congress, but now, it's weird because I sit here and I think because there's some buffoons here in Colorado. I mean, absolute buffoons that are running for Congress, and I feel this is gonna sound arrogant. But I feel I can beat them like in a debate or anything just because they're just buffoons. But I was actually thinking about registering as an independent for 2026, and just my campaign will be a couple of live feeds a week getting high on the back porch and just being real. I don't know about this. I don't know about this, and not promising shit. All these guys, I could say what I believe in, but I'm one guy in this fucking huge bureaucracy. The one thing I can't say is I've worked in government service, and I've turned things around in government service in areas where you can't do it. Congress is government service. So I know the system. You know what I mean?
That is a good idea.
I'm serious. This is who I am. This is who I am. This is kind of what I'm seeing, and just be real honest, and how I see the world is it's like I'm frustrated, but I want to be part of the solution. I'm not married to any fucking political party. I don't want to hear about woke. I don't want to hear about fucking ultra right. I just want to get shit done. I want to get marijuana policy straightened out. Some workman's comp. You guys tell me. Work on education, STEM, stuff like that.
That's the thing. All these buzzwords, all the freaking, and it's another thing that I wish people could see. Yeah, they've turned this into okay. Now you're rooting for your team. Now you're rooting for your team, and it's a cult thing. Regardless of which side you're on, Pinzer, Seymour Cannabis. Peace and love. Good morning, everybody. # awesome to drop your link out there.
By the way, everybody, Pinzer is like one of the greatest just human beings out there, man. She's just, I just think the world of her. She's awesome. I watch how she supports people. She's great.
Oh, she's awesome.
Yeah.
She's awesome. Pinzer's fantastic. I want to see the meh. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to get, my thing is I just want to get some stuff done. We all know there's some stuff that makes sense, and I'll tell you real quick, policy, and I learned this just my short period. I worked for transit for the city of Colorado Springs for about 7 months, and this is what I learned. EVs. There are things that politicians say, and there are things that marketers say, but they're not able to deliver a lot of what there's. And there's so much man, there's a Prolia. I forgot the name of the company where the guy was building trucks, and they showed this video of his electric semi truck, and it was actually just rolling down a hill, and they filmed it. So in other words, I really think, not to be a geek, but I think the answer is going to be in fusion. I don't think we're going to be able to generate in our existing the kind of power that you need to get it through, like, winter and shit. You really need and I really think we need to start looking at nuclear power again, but take that out of the hands of the private sector. I think if you put a profit incentive on things, that's when corners are cut. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that the government is fucking right. They're not, but I don't think I think putting a profit incentive. I don't know what the right answer, but hydrogen fusion, exactly, Mr. Smith. Is exactly what I'm talking about. I really think that's where we need to start moving fast.
What I like, and because we've got 70% of the Earth with oceans, I like they take up large areas, but the wave generators.
Yeah.
There are a number of very innovative. One was as simple as barrels connected by pivoting arms. Then these arms were basically, they're pumping up hydraulic fluid, so that as there's the barrels are getting moved by the waves up and down, they're connected. That's creating a pumping action on hydraulic fluid that's running. But we are at a point now with fusion. They have started to, and AI is going to tell us how to do it.
Well,
right?
they had a breakthrough like 2 years ago with it.
To where we now are getting more out.
Yep.
It's with other methods we're getting more out, but getting that on a large scale and everything along those lines. I'd love to see it. I love the idea of your campaign, and I think that would go over really well. Your personality, everything else, just listening to you speak, as people are calm listening to it.
Yeah, it would just be straight, like for example, I would be like, I don't know what I can sit here and tell you I'm going to do this. It's just like when people say when there's a gunfight, oh, if that was me, you don't know what you'll do, but I'll shoot straight. I'll be overwhelmed. There'll be people trying to be like anything else. There'll be people that are retired in place, people that want to undercut you, and I'll move the rock. I'm not going to cure cancer. If that's what you're wanting in a representative, that's not me, But I tell you, man, I'll be honest with you. Just a short amount of time, federal government was different. But city government, whoo, everybody bitches, dude. And and rightly so, but you're reacting to, and Colorado Springs is a city that's grown a lot, and they haven't kept up, so there's fucking potholes everywhere. The work ethic, I don't want to offend anybody, but I think the work ethic in Colorado's horrendous. And it's always been that way. Just because there's hippies, it's either hippies or old retirees that are just grumpy, And
well, you reach a point. A point, and being both hippie and just old, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah,
fuck working. Working. I can't. Why am I doing this? What am I really doing this for? I'm waiting for the comment.
When I worked for the city, I literally, because I had not worked in 7 years, so it wasn't a career choice. I just wanted to get, but man, dude, I was like mailing it in, and they were like, "Wow, this is amazing," and because, just the work ethic was just like non-existent, which is great for me for where I'm at, but very frustrating. Like if you're contracting out like something done to your house and you're dealing with that, hey, dude,
and it never gets,
that,
that's why throughout the years, I don't call plumbers anymore. I don't bother with electricians anymore.
You got
HVAC. I can't because just over the years of hiring people, car mechanics. I can't tell you the number of and big dealerships even and different things where it's like, oh, nothing actually gets done. So yes, we can't mention his name because this boss will hear. But hello, but we're not going to say your name because I
Okay.
see that. We see that, but welcome. Pinzer's saying hi. So
I'm
there
gonna do
you go.
another promo. This has really grown on me. The Dom and
Chris.
show. When they start tonight, the happy hour, they get into some pretty interesting. Chris is really smart dude. They get into some pretty interesting conversations. I really dig. Some of Chris's perspective, man. Yeah, he's a very, very, very.
I
well-read,
haven't watched it.
interesting dude.
Is it Chris giving insightful
Well,
statements and is
it's
Dom
kinda
just
like-
drunk? Is that
Well,
how that works?
well, kind of, but but no, it's just it's the past couple shows have been really interesting conversation, and I have to say, Chris is really. I mean, I find him very interesting, dude. They talk about whatever comes up, but it's a nice Thursday stream, because I like it because I can listen and edit, you know what I mean, and listen
Yeah.
to the conversation and stuff like that.
I haven't really. I don't think I've ever. I go over and I'll give Chris a like. I will go on, but I haven't engaged in forever anywhere. So
Well,
I
yeah.
haven't. I don't end up sticking around and listen because I have, wherever I type ends up comes along,
Well-
and it's just ease up on that stuff. But
I go to Mr. Smith's because I think everything he does is just great,
oh,
but I
his
think-
are always impressive as hell.
Yeah,
his,
they're just incredible, and so, but I've been trying to be more balanced with this shit just because of taking care of my mom is a huge part of my day, but
Yeah.
also, I can get so wrapped up in my own creativity that I'm not paying attention to what anybody else is doing, and that's kind of, I don't want to fall into that trap where I'm not, I'm only focusing on me. So I've been
Yeah.
trying to see what everybody else is doing, and that's actually been cool. Nice balance and stuff, So
not having put out much content at all has given me the time to just kind of watch others.
Yeah.
But I don't get to interact. I
know.
just watch, and I don't get to. And that got to me after a while. It's really gotten to me. But and that other channel, yeah, I do we'll get together once a week, and we'll do a live over there, and I may do. I don't think I've done a music over there in a week at least, but and then I bastardize the lives, just cutting fucking every
Yeah.
Oh, we said this, put it out. We said this, put it out. I'll get a lot of shorts, 2 minutes, 3 minutes segment. I may go ahead and get the 6 or 7 shorts I need just out of that, because I'm looking for 10-second pieces, 15, just little things along those lines. And it's working. Shit, I don't know how I'm 140 something subs over there.
I'm telling
It's,
you, the shorts are really good, dude. And
I've got over 100,000 views, 117,000 views. One of the shorts got 10,000. There, I'm trying to get that algorithm to say, oh, okay, people kind of like this, and let's put it out. And
I think do me a favor, man. Jim Norton, the comedian.
Yeah.
Okay, he recently married a trans woman, and he's got a stream called Nikki and Jim. Watch that. I highly recommend it to anybody. It's really, really cool. But I don't want to say too much. But I think I was thinking about this when I was watching you and Azura. I think you two talk, not comedy, not anything, but just like what we're doing. But it's you two. I think would be fantastic, dude. I think it would be compelling as hell.
That's what we're looking at.
And then take a look at them, and maybe you'll see what I'm talking about, because it's very
I'll do that
interesting.
Because I see that, with what I've got on that other, I see chemistry. I see all the chemistry, and
yeah, dude.
others have mentioned that and all that. And it's, okay, how do we organize a little bit to capitalize on that? And
she's
just
so,
have the.
God, she's so good, and she's got so much potential. And the thing is you allow her
Fuck, yeah.
space to grow, and
Oh,
don't
geez,
dominate the space. And she's great, man.
Why the fuck would I dominate? I don't know.
But
anything. I'm not. That's
you
the
know,
thing. She's the. I just want to encourage. All I want to do is
she's
encourage.
fantastic, dude.
Gemma, Gemma, peace and love, Gemma. Hashtag awesome to drop your link. Gemma's journal was great. She does poetry and autism awareness. And
that's
other
right.
Things,
Wasn't
from
she
the
on a
UK.
radio show? She was on a radio show or a news show?
I believe she was on a radio show. She's
Yeah.
She's been interviewed a number of times. Great supportive person, beautiful person out there, and I do recommend getting connected.
Pins her ass if you have to ask what you can dominate. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just want to encourage. I just want to. She's amazing. All the
God.
art, all the just whatever it is she's doing. I just love seeing her do, and she's so driven. I gotta say that's the big. She looks up if there's something new. She just actively. You'll have to wait for her to look it up because she's gonna make sure she understands whatever's going on. And it's that passion for learning, passion for knowledge. Fuck, that's what I needed. That's what I was sold. I was sold a bill of goods last time. I got a bill of sale right here. I was sold a bill of there was all sorts of, I love to do this, I love to do that. That was all make believe. I don't know who that was. This, I love seeing it. I love seeing the reality of it. Just so amazing.
Mine. I've been married one time. It lasted 10 years. Had a daughter who's now 24. My problem was not being honest with my future wife about my introversion and my things, and thinking that these things could change, and they couldn't. So that's my big takeaway was like, just let people know up front, informed consent, all the weird shit, because it's going to come out. You know what I mean? And so that's why I get ghosted a lot.
I had already done cartoons. I had already done some really out there things, and so I kind of, my freak flag was already out there. There wasn't any, this is shocking. No, you knew this. You know who I am. At least with this one. And earlier, I didn't know myself. I really didn't know myself.
Oh God, it's weird. I don't think I really grew up to 35 maybe. And my daughter being born when I was 34, almost 35. That's when I kind of grew up.
I still haven't.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I'm fighting it. I fuck it. I am. The more I am pushed, the more I'm gonna just do my thing. Every now and then music will be one of those. I want to hear something because it has some feel or some message and different thing. Like the Eminem without me. Because it feels so empty without me. It's kind of my return song. I really feel like that. And because of all the shit I've been going, it's like Bobby Brown, My Prerogative. That had kind of the people talking about me. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. And then I started thinking, what a crazy motherfucker Bobby Brown was. And it's just now, okay, so to kind of pump myself.
What he did to
the
Whitney
guy got
Houston,
Whitney Houston.
But she went from hi, I'm Whitney Houston to do you ever watch the reality show? It's like, what the fuck has he done to Whitney Houston?
Yes.
Man?
And see, we blame Bobby for this. Maybe Whitney was the freak all along.
Oh,
maybe he just,
allowed
it to happen.
But it's such a shame with her, man. You know, she was so freaking talented. She didn't die.
Oh,
She
yeah.
died in the bathtub, right? I think.
I believe it was a bathtub. I believe it was a bathtub. Definitely, there were drugs involved and everything else. She was
Yeah,
having rough times.
well, that's another thing. There, with opiates, man, warm water will speed up the thing. So if you take more than whatever, because when what's his face died, um, the guy from Chandler from Friends.
Oh, yeah.
My thought was he was wearing fentanyl patches, which are prescription, and he got in that hot tub and it released what was it, 3 days worth of fentanyl in like 10 minutes. That's what I was thinking happened to him, but I guess it was just whatever with him.
Well, will we know? Will we know? They have to keep the memory of the Chandler Bing intact. Hollywood.
36.
Oh, I got.
But it's weird. No, get to your point, because like you remember, like I remember being a kid and school teachers, or like, or like in the military, generals. We'll talk generals. I'm like, wow, man, they really got it figured out. And as I get older, I'm like, I bet everybody is fucking faking it, dude.
Everybody's faking it. Everybody's fucking faking it. Life has never been
Even
this way
presidents and
before.
shit, yeah.
Since the turn of like the 19th, everything's changed every day. There's been so many advances. Oh, let's get the horses out of here. Hey, now we can fly. Hey, now we're going to space. Hey, now we got this communications and all this TV and all this. This is all uncharted. It's been uncharted territory. Not our generation, the generation before us, and probably the one before them. The Industrial Revolution changing everything, and now the pace of it. It's like it's exponential. It keeps getting, the further along we get, the faster we move forward. And we're at the cusp of AI. We're giving birth to a new thing here. So it's all uncharted. People do a good job of presenting themselves. But then nobody has their shit together. Nobody truly.
No, I mean, and how can, and it's I'll tell you the other thing, because now that I'm 59, I notice a lot of people my age are talking about how tough they had at that bullshit. I'm telling you right now, being young in this, it's way harder. Like my daughter's generation, growing up, 9/11, banking crisis, this, that, the other thing. That's all they've known. And then they're trying to compete in this job market. What industry are you going to select with AI just getting ready to just decimate? Yeah.
UBI. We got to have UBI.
They tell you the creative fields, which is, but healthcare and education, but even healthcare, a lot of healthcare is going to be.
It's all going to be robots.
Fuck
AI
yeah! I wish a robot would have
coming,
done my
and
back
surgeries. We're waiting for the robots. They're waiting for the robots to come along. Between Tesla's got their robot thing, they're moving forward on. I don't know. U.S. robot. The Atlas is ready. Those things are just out there. We're waiting for those androids to come and do all our work. And,
I'm watching stuff. Look, he's insane. I get it. Elon Musk, I get it. But this spinal research he's doing, it's incredible. There's a video of a dude that's doing a half marathon and was paralyzed. And I mean, not running it, but walking it. Either way, it's like, fuck, man, we are on the cusp, guys, of curing a lot of shit.
Curing a lot of shit, but are we gonna? Or are we just gonna? No, you're done now, man. Once AI will keep us around until AI can maintain itself.
AI will do a cost-benefit analysis,
Well, exactly. AI's not stupid. It'll keep us around as necessary. And then once the androids are all in place, to hive mind, do whatever work is necessary to keep AI alive, then why are we here?
The geek. Here's another geek thing, and just so now to put this in perspective, where they say data is the new oil. The previous version of ChatGPT compared to the latest is like it's like phenomenal, just because more data. That's how these things. They're not doing more programming. They're getting more data. That's how it makes this thing. It's like
That's the thing about AI, and a lot, and
that's why
and
TikTok
the
is evil.
naysayers. I think the naysayers they don't quite understand that it's just taking all our data. It's there isn't further. It's just learning. It's just learning. It's well, let me watch this now.
Yep.
Let me absorb all this
Probabilities,
now. Let me
outcomes,
absorb
and-
all this
yep.
now. So yeah, it's pretty.
It is.
nasty.
It's another weird thing is, hey, perpetual platypussy, peace and love, man.
Love that name. I
Is
love that name.
maybe the advice I would give anybody that was an engineer is because I do like tech, and I would have loved to. Is maybe Stan was the same fucking outfit for almost 30 years. If you like engineering, it depends, but you don't get. I don't know. There's a lot of things I didn't get a chance to get exposed to. I would have liked to. It'd be really nice to know about power generation right now, because I think that's going to be a huge, huge field.
I looked into I spent a bunch of the '90s just trying to come up with the way to build upward instead of outward with solar. Using dielectric, they had just started to develop a good dielectric mirror, and it was could you create a honeycomb situation to where the lights coming in here, and you are just pulling all the that way you can build up. Because whatever's not being absorbed, or whatever's being bounced back off of the dielectric mirror that you have in the back, that isn't actually hitting against and bumping an electron to get something to move. Could you then take advantage of all the light? Because so much light's reflected. If you brought it into a building that was just like a radiator type design, but with dielectric mirrors, could it be worked out the angles to, okay, we can just keep this light in here? Could you get it into a ring with dielectric mirrors and just so you load the light in and it just continues to go until it's all been absorbed? And then that way you can build upward as opposed to outward with it. I had one.
I like that.
I wanted to create the lightning arrestor. I called it the Newberry lightning arrestor. And it was this. It was a giant ring that had this post, and because down in Florida, I lived in Florida, and there were all these storms, and I was thinking of a fleet of pumper subs to run out in front of in the ocean, drone subs, to actually pump cool water from 30 feet down to the surface to take that energy out. Because for every drop in the scale that you could get a storm before it hit landfall, it was X amount of dollars. And so if you had $1 billion system that was running out there to keep the Atlantic cool in front of storms and all that, and try to manage that heat distribution, how much it'd pay for itself in one fucking season, just from the because there were so many storms when I was living down there, early 2000s and all that. But that lightning arrestor, I had a nightmare once about it. I had really done a lot of designs and everything and been sketching. I had a nightmare that it releases, because it was going to pull all the lightning and it down underneath to hydrogen store to water tanks that then you were separating the hydrogen. You've got the hydrogen and the oxygen.
Really cool idea.
Well, I see it release energy from the top. It seemed like this thing was as tall as a cell tower. I see a lightning bolt, a 3-dimensional, wide as a car, hit the ground on the road, tearing through the ground, throwing cars everywhere. I see this happen, and then next thing I know, I'm in a hospital. I'm at the end of a corridor, and there's just maybe 100 people down at the other end of this corridor, all furious with me, all mangled, all really fucked up people. You're the blame. This was your machine. And I'm very defensive and freaked out because I've killed a lot of people with this. I never drew it again. I got rid of the sketchbook. It was like I can't I can't think about this anymore. That was the most disturbing dream because I was responsible for all these deaths in my dream, and it was just I can't that felt so real, so everything. It was. But what I've done is I've used that as the it's the device I use in a movie, the 18th copy. It's how this person's going to wipe out humanity, having put all this in place and then turning the device on to lay waste to the land afterwards.
I love
So
it.
I was able to use this idea later on
Cool.
for entertainment's sake, let's say.
Do you think people
Have a
the
great
patience-
day, Mr. Smith.
Yeah,
Have a
Mr.
great day.
Smith. Do you think people have the, we were talking about movies, because I don't think if I start entering my stuff into film contests, I'm starting to think even 90 minutes may be too long in today's world. That like something around 75 to 80 minutes may be the new sweet spot, depending on the type of movie that you're doing.
You know, that's what gets me. These movies are so fucking long now. Yet, I can't be the only one that really doesn't want to give any. I think it was 5 different nights it took me to make it through Maverick. The Top Gun 2 movie or anything that was it was 5 different nights because
Do you
I
think
I
movies
was like
are
I
moving
can't.
too slow, or it's kind of like it requires us to focus on it? We can't multitask because I don't know what it is. I used to love movies. I can't get through one nowadays.
I can't give my attention
Yeah.
to something else without feeling as though without feeling as though I'm wasting my time and I should be doing something for myself. That does get in my way. Now I don't know if that's the same for everybody because people will watch these 3-hour fucking movies. I
No, I used to love them.
I
It's
can't
like
make it to a
history,
3-hour movie, man.
like
I can't.
Gandhi,
I can't.
I used to love those, like the big epic,
Oh, I'm Gone with the Wind. I was a big fan of Gone with the Wind. I think that was kind of a long one, but
That was a very long one, yeah.
but no, I just anymore I don't have the patience. I feel like I need to be making something,
Yeah, I get that way too, but
and
I
maybe
also
maybe
like to
it's
look at-
because of AI. We're encouraged to do it. AI wants the data. We're all compelled to give it the data.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, it's done. I mean,
Oh, it's
people are going to listen to my advice. I mean, I'm like, yes, AI is going to take over, but don't outsource creativity. But fuck it. All right, guys.
everybody's outsourcing it. Everybody. That is one of the things. That is one of the things with this AI. There's so many people that are like, check out this song that I made. You didn't make fuck. You didn't make fuck. You clicked a button and let the computer make it for you. I mean, it's great that you're liking it, but
Yeah, and there's an art to
people
like,
have a sense of
guiding it.
accomplishment.
Yeah.
It's like the adult version. People complain about all the participation trophies and all the other stuff out there. If you're all proud of your AI song, it's your participation trophy. Do you feel included? Do you feel talented? Do you feel like you did something? People get too much
I would
credit.
approach it like this, math. This is how I've always been with math is, even the highfalutin differential equations and all that shit, I always did everything by hand. Long form formulas. And then I'll start using the tools like stats and stuff. I mean, there's no way I do anything by hand in the workplace anymore. But to really understand it. So I guess if you're going to outsource a bunch of like songwriting, maybe if you've done a lot of it and have I don't know. But there is an art. I get it, to coming up with the requirements and communicating to AI, and I get that. But it's just me. It's almost like I just think we're just become really stupid as a society, and it's just speeding up our demise. Okay,
Yeah.
AI. Okay, TikTok. Fuck it.
Now that's a sad thing. What will happen? Is it? Think of it as inbreeding and how the what happens genetically with inbreeding. If AI is starting to get fed data sets of a whole bunch of stuff that it originally put out anyway. So it's ingesting its own data now from the data sets that are being put out. How is that gonna? Is it gonna become like that six-toed cousin that's living somewhere because this is why they say cousins shouldn't be having kids. One of those kind of situations. I
Gemma
don't know.
was talking about
Blue chicken.
her writing her own poetry. I mean, and not to be like all hippie and bullshit and douchey, but the function of a lot of this art is it's like something that you've got to say, and and you're saying it through an artistic medium. You're gonna outsource your voice. It's just, to me, it's
it's an expression. It's an expression of the
don't
person is what it's supposed to be.
Don't give that up.
And there's that person is not in there now. That person, there's so much just being generated and all that, and it's inevitable. But we lose some. Let's say hi to some people out here that it's like some people have shown up. Blue Chicken, peace and love, Blue Chicken, Bud Files. I saw the Bud Files out there. Justine, peace and love. Hope you are having a Rabbit. Peace and love. Oh, we've got Chris. Peace and love, Chris. Oh, I hope everything is going well. Pole vault with the yay. Pole vault hit 3,000 subs. Pole vault is kicking some major ass. That's what pole vault's doing out there. And everybody, #awesome to drop your links. So that you can get connected to one another. If you used to have a wrench and you don't feel like you were singled out. I got rid of so many issues. You got to understand, I'm going through crap. Bimbo Barbarella, yes, good morning. I heard you were meeting with Gary and going to be, I'm hoping you're going to be there for that Country Fest. I'm hoping you're going to start doing the programs with us. Start playing on Saturday nights. We're just having a good time up there. That's all we're doing is we're having a good time. I want to make sure I've at least said hi to everybody that has come in. If I have not said hi to you, I apologize. Everybody, there we go. It is working. Now I want everybody to check out Bimbo Barbarella music program. I love the shorts. I love the songs. I love the vibe. I love just the enthusiasm, the fun. But there's music trivia. There's a number of different things. But get out there. The link has been dropped there. And everybody else, if you want to drop your link, #awesome to drop your link. We are having one of those days where we're just, talking about crap. Because I got crap going on. For those of you that don't know, you don't want to know. Just know that if you knew, you'd be like, how is this guy this upbeat? Because it really doesn't matter. You're going to die one day. You might as well fucking enjoy your life now.
Great point.
I'm not stopping anymore.
Your thoughts dictate your mood.
Exactly.
Don't let all this other stuff is fucking noise.
Don't let the noise get in the way. Don't let anybody steal your happiness. Don't do that. If I had any guilt, if I felt any guilt, if I had done anything wrong, well, then maybe I'd be like, oh, I should atone for. Oh, Jesus, no! I gotta come up with creative ways to work through it all. That's what I do. I come up with creative ways to keep myself happy. It's the way to go.
Pole vault.
Yes, pole vaults out there. And he's had such success with the shorts. He's another one. He and the Jay Jordan were why I'm doing the shorts on that other channel, and just getting great numbers coming through. I'm very happy. 3 for $1, happiness. 3 for $1. Oh man, if that is at 3 for $1, that sounds enticing. How long does the happiness last? Is it like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or what are these happy endings? I'm not sure, Rabbit. I'm not sure. You got to be more specific. More specific. So the Alex Jones
Yeah.
program that you've had part two. Part two is out now. Don't call me Tiny. I believe
That's right.
the
Don't
name.
don't call me Tiny.
Alex Jones. Everybody, the Art of Floundering podcast. The Art of Floundering podcast. He's got some real interesting programs going on right now, and you'll want to catch the backstory because, like you were saying, this is the story of Alex Jones. This is you really want to see the formative years because once the diaper porn begins, you're gonna wonder where it's how did we get here?
How did we get to this diaper porn? You know, and like I said, just bear with me. I'm you know. What was I going to say about it? There was something I was going to bring up about this shit. Anyway, man, just,
it's gotta be important.
Well, yeah, it is. It is. One of the things about doing this, man, let me tell you guys something. There's some pretty provocative, compelling research out there about round Earth theory that makes a real strong case, dude. Real strong case that the Earth isn't flat. It's actually spherical, i.e., round. I mean, you guys might want to check it out. It's mind blowing.
You know, they might take us down. This fake news of yours about this round Earth bullshit that you keep throwing out here. Oh man, you know, there's.
But I do have. If anybody does, I got some apologetics. If people are out there saying the Earth is flat. And now they're worried about losing face because, you know, they go, well, fuck, deep down I know it's round, but I don't want to lose face. Well, if you look at the shape of a sphere, a true sphere, the top and bottom will be flat. So you can do apologetics, which is just the definitions of words and kind of say, I was talking about the same thing, you know.
It's just like religion. You grow with the times. You just adapt your story to make it fit. Adapt your story to make it fit. That's how you keep them. You keep them, you know, giving you the clicks and the likes. That's how you keep it going.
Pole Vault said he watched a documentary on round. Yeah, Pole Vault, that shit's mind blowing, dude. I mean,
it really is.
We like I said in my post, we're living in enlightened times, man. I mean,
and knowing my channel, this was the one I had to bring up. It's testicle shaped. The Earth is testicle shaped. The universe is a sack. The universe is a sack. When you mathematically work it out, it's clearly a sack.
Well, the other thing is, and then I'll get off my shit, but it's perfect because in the news, there's this Putin, Kim Jong-un love affair, which I'll be working that in because, you know, it's gonna be the rise of Kim Jong-un again, but they're gonna try to use misinformation because Kim Jong-un is going to say, hey, there's no way we can stand up to America's cocks. And, you know, we've got to, you know, oblique.
Oh, my God. See, that's where I think that money is coming from. That's where the arms sales and everything have got to be through. It's Russian oligarch money's keeping old Kim going.
But what's crazy is, like, they've got, like, this new suburban area they built, and it's all modern looking and shit, but it's like they used the army to like do a lot of the building, so they're not sure how up to code some of this is. So while it may look okay, I mean, you know what I mean, it's like they got that Juchu tower that's never really worked. You know, there's no fucking power really in the country. It's a mess, dude. It fascinates me though. It's
a part of the human experience.
Yeah.
All those people there, they're all humans. They are all having the experience. You think about that. Whatever far off land you want to imagine, whatever situation, they're no different than you. They're just a human.
It's like this. Those super duper high demand religions where it's real insular, and so you don't have any outside perspective, and you finally do, and you realize they've been just feeding you bullshit. I think that's what's happening because, you know, they got drones dropping fucking thumb drives, and like look at South Korea, and they're realizing, wow, South Korea's got, you know, K-pop and fucking this, that, and the other thing, and we're plowing fields with fucking ox, you know.
That's that's the thing. People are waking up to all of that. They're seeing and not just there. I mean, there are so many people that's why I don't like the idea. And I think I've told you about reincarnation. My brother told me he was into he's thinking about reincarnation and different stuff, and I said, you are an American male. You are an American male at this point in time. We are 4% of the fucking population, the U.S. And all that. What are the odds of you coming back as anything better? As anything
Exactly,
luckier?
dude. Exactly.
You're gonna have a shittier. So many people don't have access to water. Don't have access to
Come back as a woman
running
in
water.
Afghanistan. you
Oh
know.
Jesus! I said that's a frightening thought. It's because right now you've plateaued as an American living in this, because we have such an elevated lifestyle compared
Dude,
to
it is
a couple
unreal.
billion people at least.
It's
They're
I mean, anybody that's been overseas knows this, and you know this, but it's unbelievable how fortunate we are. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Just God.
yeah,
oh my
but
God.
we all, regardless of what we all have our phones. We all have our phones that involve child labor. We all have our, and we gloss over it. Yeah, that's just a
Oh,
part
we're
of it.
hypocrites.
We are total
right,
fucking hypocrites.
Right now, electric vehicles are doing more damage to the environment than fossil fuel. I mean, and that's just a reality nobody wants to talk about, but that's the reality, because to generate the power, it's just work, and the batteries are fucked up. They're
The
like
batteries are fucked up. We've got to have now. I like the gravity. I'm starting to see gravity batteries. I'm starting to see
Yeah. Yeah.
where they're towers that are just being built. They use the energy as it's coming in to lift stone, if you will, to lift a weight to a height that then, when it's needed, well, let that fall, and we'll just that power that's released from it coming on the cable, we'll use that power in the future. I find
I like
that
the
interesting because
self-charging fucking, fusion, fucking hydrogen fusion fucking engine.
bottom line, unless there's a financial incentive, it's not going to be brought to us.
Well, and the thing is,
That's-
look, if we're gonna go EVs right now, I mean, we have to, as a bridge. I'm just telling you, man, nuclear power. I mean, some type of fusion system. If there's anything else out there, because our power requirements are gonna be fucking off the chart, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to definitely mine. What was it? There was this fucking comet that's coming into, like, I don't even know what.
Apophis?
I forget the number
think-
they say it's worth, but it's like nothing but gold and diamond. They want to try to get
Oh.
on it and mine it.
I know the one you're talking about. Not the gonna hit here.
No.
That is everything we need up there with all of
Yeah.
the ores and everything. That's where I think space. That's why I like. Oh, there was a program. There's a program on Amazon that was like the most realistic program when it came to how we would venture out into our own solar system and all that, and you had the mining going on, and it
Yeah.
was a part of why we were out there, were for natural resources and things along those lines. I can see mining as being what's actually going to drive the space race, and once there's, just like everything else, once there's a financial incentive, but will it happen before AI decides what's going to go on?
Well, what AI will tell us, I mean, it's just like a business. You've got, X amount of countries all trying to do the same thing, so inefficient. Where, if we could just like cooperate as a fucking species, we can be like just kicking ass. You know what I mean? And that's just hippy dippy bullshit. I know we're never gonna get there. But I do think, though, in this age of social media, war as we think about it is an anachronism. I mean, there's just no way. Just look at what the wars that are going on right now. They're taking forever, and and they always will social media. It's like you got to manage that, and war's a very fucked up enterprise, and now it's like getting there's transparency. I just think it's going to be very hard when everybody's connected to go fuck up a country. It's all going to be broadcast, and I don't know.
And
This is wishful thinking.
I'm waiting
on
for
my
AI.
part, by the way.
It really is. I think AI is gonna, because AI will be the one dealing with all the vehicles.
AI will say,
The
"Yes,
AI will
please
be the
go to
one
war."
dealing with all the planes. All the planes are gonna, AI will have let me bring them all out of the sky. Let me make all these cars crash. Let me lock everybody in their car and let's kill them all.
Cloudy wants lapstick or death.
Give
dude.
me lipstick or give me that. Michael Songs, I hope you have a great day,
Hey,
Michael. Hope everything is going well. Hashtag
dude.
awesome to drop your link. Everybody out there, if you don't have a wrench and you used to have a wrench, you are in good company with everybody else, because I've removed so fucking much. Because I got problems. Things will be coming back. But no, that's all I can really say. I got problems. But if you want to know, there's every.
It's all part of the ebbs and flows of life. It's like
ebbs and flows.
That fucking Buddhist monk bullshit, where it's like, hey, life is, you're gonna see pain, people are gonna die, all this shit you're gonna experience, and if you could just recognize this as part of the journey, were the Buddhist monks the ones in Myanmar lighting all those Muslims on fire and burning them out of their homes? Your peace and love bullshit goes right out the fucking window. I know.
When I see you with canes beating the people that have come out
dude.
of their burning homes, it's just, let's wipe out this neighborhood. I lose respect for your message of peace and love once there's that much hate.
The best, quote, natural warriors on the planet are in Nepal, the Gurkhas. And, just like, and I don't know if anybody's familiar with them, but like the British Army will do this recruiting thing. I think they'll get like maybe just a small number to get a year, but they're just natural soldiers. I mean, they could, like, for example, they none of them ever shot a gun, but they'll all be like next to perfect just because they're breathing everything. It's just
don't they all ride horseback without any saddles, and just they can do anything?
That's more Afghanistan stuff. I don't think they don't ride a lot of horseback in Nepal.
Were they goats or rams? What? I
don't think you're right.
Shut up.
I think
I'm trying to make a
goats
Genghis
is what makes
Khan.
them natural. But it's fascinating because they're so peaceful.
Goat
humble.
semen. It does
Goat
a lot.
semen helps, man. But
Goat semen helps. Humility and goat semen. If you wanna have super soldiers, you need humility and goat semen. That's and you can quote me on that. No, oh my God, no, we're having fun. So when are you the Alex Jones stories? They're once a week.
Every Tuesday. Every
Tuesday
at 6 p.m. I'm just gonna, and then like I was telling, I'm gonna start doing, I'll do a live puppet show here and there, but I'm really gonna start evolving towards more of a radio type experience at night. Still doing this, but I want to do like late night kind of radio with late night type of guests and that kind of thing. We'll see.
I like I like those late night where you just have an image there that people are looking at, but it's you just kind of vibing and talking with the guitar and going along with stuff.
I love that. I want to be able to get guests like Clowney, dude. I would, you don't have to be on camera. Just think about it. I mean, but I'd love to have him on late at night just to talk about his stuff and what he's got on. But see, that it's just because of the stuff that I grew up on, old school AM radio, where you had to, on Sunday night, you could hear Dr. Ruth, talk about sex or whatever. But you know, if you're going to sleep, just stuff like that. But it lends to the girl some stuff I want to do with some disabled folks. So anyway, but I I'm really going to put a lot of effort into these these shows. You know, the Alex Jones and this stuff, because when we start doing our thing, that's just going to be, you know.
The Alex Jones is on Tuesdays. How often are you doing the late night, or how often are you hoping to, or do you have a schedule for the late night stuff?
I gotta check with my mom, but what I'm thinking about on that one, it'll probably be Thursday night. Wait a minute. Yeah, probably Thursday night, and I have to see, because water aerobics. I mean, I'm very, very busy.
You got all that
yeah,
you're dealing
yeah.
with. That's
Which is fun. Hey, I'm not bitching. It's just, you know, it is what it is. You know, I will say this: we went to, not that this Pueblo. Did I tell you about this? Okay.
I don't think.
Well, I'm trying. If I have to stay in this state, okay, and I live in Colorado Springs, but if I have to stay here, this is not sustainable. And so Pueblo's like 30 miles south. Talking with my mom about it, and she's like game. I don't think I can move her to another state, but 30 miles I can. So we went down to Pueblo, and this is the best way I can put the difference. Colorado Springs has professional soccer. Pueblo has boxing. But no, it's also, but Colorado Springs is like, everything's monetized. There's paid parking everywhere, right? Because of the drugs, homeless, whatever, downtown, all the public restrooms are always out of order. So if you're going to try to do something like downtown, you got to, wherever you go, you're going to pay to park.
Yeah.
There's no place to use the restroom. I'm just giving you everything's just a fucking hassle. Pueblo, you know, we go. Oh, another example is there's a deli, and I got a Philly cheesesteak for my mom. It was $29 fucking here. Okay, dude, I'm telling you, it's more expensive here than like parts of California. It's really bad here, and but so Pueblo, it's like pull into this Mexican restaurant downtown, just park, no paid parking, go in there. It was like $12 with tip. Fucking fantastic. So it's just Pueblo for me. It's got better art, dude. It's just, I don't know. Colorado Springs has just changed. It just has.
Make the change. Get to the better vibe. And
well, like I
fuck
said,
that
my
$29
prediction,
for a
my
fucking
my
sandwich.
my
Fuck that
prediction,
noise.
I would love to live in like a Milwaukee, because that's close to Chicago. But I'm really becoming a fan of the Midwest. I think the Mississippi Valley, is like a one of the secrets. But isn't the Mississippi River drying up in spots now?
There's freaking, well, you got runoff all up and down the Mississippi River from farming and other issues along those lines, and it's feeding into the dead zone out there. I think water is going to be too volatile. I wouldn't want to be too close to water for the future, because levels either up or down.
I wanted to live in Tampa way back when. It was a place I considered, because Florida, there's no income tax, believe it, and I found the cost of living was cheaper in Tampa than it was in Oklahoma. And Oklahoma is really inexpensive.
It's not like it's an expensive state. There's so much. Half of that fucking state
Miami's
is just redneck as shit.
It is.
So,
Miami's
reasons,
expensive. Miami's expensive, but there's other parts of the state, but it's going to be underwater. It's the point, You know,
That's the issue. It's I was down there. I was south of Tampa. I was in the Cape Coral, Fort Myers area, uh, where you've got the real expensive Naples down
yeah,
there,
yeah.
Collier County, which is right across Alligator Alley from Miami. That was expensive as hell. Nobody that lived in that county worked in that county. Detroit is affordable. Is that
That's
what we're looking at?
real, Justine. That's a good point. That's enough. Now look, I'm. What I was going to do was if when I was hurt and couldn't walk and all this stuff, and I told myself if I ever got better, I'd put everything in my car and just drive. And since I'm taking care of my mom, I'm not doing that. But Detroit is a place that fascinates me because I think it's got such a cool history. But yeah, I mean, but I think it's starting to kind of sort of slowly turn around. I know they're revitalizing downtown, but I'll tell you a story about Detroit, man. I was there, the downtown post office, and this was '89. Downtown post office, and we were there on a Saturday at 7 o'clock in the morning to wait for a truck to deliver this automation system that we're going to put in. The truck was running late, so we decided to take a drive. Well, if anybody's from Detroit, help me out. But we're downtown by the Joe Louis sculpture, and there's all these burnt out homes everywhere, But we decided to go driving through the neighborhood, and we were chased the fuck out. But I think they've kind of that was then, and this is now. But like the stadiums down there, I don't know. Have you ever been to Detroit?
I have. I once interesting story. I ended up. I drove through, but ended up. I was in Warren, just outside of Detroit. Was where I ended up going. I have a daughter that I found out about when she was 9 years old, and it was there in that area and everything. So the story goes on just a little bit. She's yeah. I've been to Detroit. We'll just say
like
that.
University of Michigan's a great. I mean, they're like number one, believe it or not. They're always in the top 10, right up there with Harvard and Stanford. So's University of Texas too. But I mean, I find it to be interesting. I tell you what, real Justine, if I could figure it out, what would I do in Detroit?
Yeah, I believe Warren is where my and Tim from the community. I think Tim Yak from the I Love Weed Live community. He's growing weed and he's right outside of Detroit. I think he's near the Warren area.
There was a YouTube channel. The guy still probably might be around. Guy lived in Detroit, and I really respected the guy because he was committed to staying there and being part of the solution. But what he would do is he'd bust people when they dump their trash for remodels and shit, and and just fucking bring it all back to their house and boom. It was great though. I mean, these guys were it was crazy what they were doing with the trash.
Oh, it's. I'm just looking at.
Yeah, Motown music. I just, the thing is, that's weird is. I'm sure I want to see. That's the other thing. It's Colorado Springs. It's like I'm trying to get connected into these groups that want to do work with disabled and stuff like that. And there's just they've got organizations here, but like they don't return phone calls and shit. It's just really weird, man. And so somebody smaller, because like for example, Special Olympics is here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for a year and a half, I've been trying to get a return phone call from these guys. I've showed up. There's never anybody there. I personally, I think somebody's dicking the dog with a nonprofit. I'm not saying Special Olympics is a good nonprofit, but you do see a lot of this. People on the payroll, but not really doing things.
Yeah.
But they've never responded back. And so maybe Detroit or another town has a small group, Pueblo, because like, hey, dude, I want to put in a studio, here in this quote bad area of town. But the other thing I want to do is I want to work with your chronic pain, your chronic disabled community on these kind of things. Let's work together, city, and have somebody that's enthused as opposed to fuck it, a partner that that says, hey, yeah, we do have that, and I'll help you identify. You're working together with the city on how to do something like that. I don't know. I think Detroit would do that. I think Detroit
might. Milwaukee, you had mentioned Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, man, love
I've been to Milwaukee a number of times. Installed systems in Milwaukee. I've got friends that have a nonprofit. They teach children how to cook, how to eat nutritiously, and other things along those lines.
Awesome.
It's a organization, a nonprofit called Food Right. They hold all these classes with the kids in the cities and all that, and they have them growing gardens. And really, shout out to Food Right. I got them going with their streaming. I helped them get set up with their streaming. I'd gone to school with the woman that started it and everything, but she's in Milwaukee now. A lot of my experiences though were from my Navy days when I was stationed in Great Lakes. And there was a place called Confetti's, I think was the name of it, in Milwaukee, that had punk rock slam dancing on Sunday nights. And so I would head up there for that. And I've got some Animal House type stories. The one where my friend had gotten in a fight with somebody, we're out. There's all these people looking for them. I go to get the car, and the car just happened to be parked right in front of this frat house where this guy that had gotten beat up by my buddy was at. There's 6 guys with pipes on a balcony. I'm hearing this clinking noise. I walk past my car. I walk back to it, and I'm I go to unlock the door. Hey, and I look up at this balcony, and you stay right there. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? I get in the car. I start this car up. It's a 79 Caprice Classic wagon that I had. This piece of shit car. I go ahead and take off, and just as I take off, there's something that they threw hit the car, but they're all piling out. There's like just, I don't know how many guys, 20, 30 guys roaring out of this building, chasing my car down the road. And that was a fun time. My buddy that they wanted to kick his ass, he was several blocks away, so I went and picked them up, and it was a good time.
Wally's World is working on a new studio. Dude, I hope anybody that's doing that, somebody asked me, and I do intend to do that when I'm in a better studio, is doing an episode about how I do the puppets and the software and all that kind of shit. But how people have their studios set up is interesting to me. So Wally, if
so
you
many
feel
people
like
have
sharing.
different setups. And he's got several. He runs several cameras. He's got several things going out. I think he does, but he rarely does lives other than I see him do game lives. I haven't seen him doing other lives. And then of course you got
Pole vault. I love pole vault, man.
pole vault's great. Pole vault.
Well, the only problem is, at least he's open about it, But the panda thing's a little off-putting, right?
Love is love, man. We have talked about this.
You're right.
Love is love. Pole vault and the pandas. I'm not gonna give anybody a hard time.
He's just celebrating his authentic self, man.
Hey, should we call this a show?
Okay.
Is it too early, or we've been going for? Well, I bet it's going on an hour.
It's up to you.
Let's. I mean, you're gonna stick around. Let's talk afterwards.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna go ahead and call it. I hope everybody out there.
Are you doing something tonight?
I have no idea, man.
Maybe
I
do
may.
something tonight.
I may.
Yeah.
I may do something tonight.
I would love that.
I do feel it may just be a hangout. May be a music thing. I may get the bass out, and I may do some music. I've got some songs I want to write. But no, No, we'll be doing something. I'll find something to do. Everybody be good to one another.
Yes.
Don't spread hate. Spread
No.
happiness.
Spread
the
love.
world needs more happiness and more love. Be good to one another. I love everybody out there. Thank you so much for swinging by. I hope you have gotten some positivity out of this, some sort of happiness. You're all special people. Make sure that you carpe diem while you have that diem to carpe. You know what I mean? Any final thought you want to throw out there?
Real Justine. I'm weird. I'm a guy that believes ever since things happened to me, I go with what gets in front of me. I think there's a reason because I was thinking about Detroit before this stream. You brought it up, so I don't know. I'd like to talk to you, man. I mean, not now, but yeah, because maybe that's where I need to move to with my mom, Detroit. We'll see. And also,
Destiny.
last thing, please, because I know people prefer to just watch live, and I get it, but go to the Art of Floundering and look at the fall of Alex Jones. Now, it's not political. I don't bring in any of the, and in fact, you know, I'm approaching it with some sensitivity because I do realize he's a shithead, okay? But please go check it out because there's going to be diaper porn, like I said, and other expressions of love. And if you don't watch part 2, you're going to be really lost.
It is. You'll be lost. So you want to get out there. Don't call me Tiny. Part 2 of the Alex Jones saga. And new episodes are dropping Tuesdays every Tuesday.
And it's going to be different. You know, this is just part. It's the hard times in a land of make-believe. The same series I did for Lapstick. This is season 2. It's just running over there until we figure out other things. But please check it out because they'll gradually get better. And they're going to start having musical numbers in them. So it's part because, like I said, when I submit for film contests, it's going to be a musical. You know, so I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait.
Yeah. That's
all right. Enough about my shit.
No. Tuesdays. Make sure the Art of Floundering podcast. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure that you ring that bell so because the late night ones too. The late night programs that he does are fantastic. You want to where it's just stream of consciousness, just talking, going through some stuff. You'll want to listen. It is.
If you want to be
worthwhile.
a guest, reach out to me. Except I use Zoom right now. Hopefully, people can handle Zoom. If you can handle getting into a StreamYards interview, you can handle getting into a Zoom interview. So if anybody wants to come on, reach out to me.
He's giving mankind a lot more credit than I do, folks. He's giving mankind a lot more credit than I do. I never. Reach out, everybody. Peace and love. Make this Thursday worthwhile. We will see you in the future. Goodbye, everybody.
Peace and love, guys.